What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Inheriting bullshit. The legacy of bullshit. I just had to add this on there. When you speak about my people, my community, you have people who say we did a lot of things. We're passing on to you. We're passing on on our rich legacy of dun dun dun, dun bullshit. You know, there's an old thing what Tupac was talking about years back, and he's like, there's a lot of pressure you putting on kids. They don't have they don't inherit the kingdom. Now they gotta go. You gotta go out there and you gotta build your own at 21 by yourself without knowing how to build it in the first place because nobody was there to teach you or wanted to teach you or just taught you in general. And but you have to survive, and you want more, and you want your kids to have a kingdom to be passed down onto them. Just using kingdom terms, but you know what I mean. And then the people looking at you, you kids, you are out of control. Like y'all don't, you can't control yourself. Control myself for what? It's a free fall out here. Yes, I can't control myself. It's a free fall, motherfucker. I'm trying to figure out how to get from point A to point Z, and you sitting in here with 60 years worth of knowledge of bullshit. I don't know how to get there for you. I can't tell you how to get there, but let me pour a little bit of Hennessy out, boy. I can tell you. I can tell you. Oh, this shit feel good. Oh, oh. You know what? When I get sober, I'm gonna tell you the rest. That shit. Just let go and let God, baby. And one day, when we're gone, we're gonna inherit it all. Nothing can stop us from inheriting the glory of God when we're dead. Motherfucker, we ain't dead yet. Stop passing me on bullshit. When you have kids, you'll understand. Oh, I fucking understand well enough to know. Watch. How does this bullshit play out? Simple. People say every time somebody gets a business, somebody steals it. The government gets in the way. Sabotage. All to get it out of that black person's hands to give it to somebody else who seem like they're going to take care of it. See, at the end of the day, what this is really about is other people are looked at as if they respect inheritance and legacy more than us. Because if it's something that you know is valuable, you're not going to give it to somebody. And you're not going to give it to somebody who didn't work for it to begin with. And when people tell us that stupid shit about y'all create all kinds of shit, just make something else new. Make some more new shit. Why? Why would I make something else new if I can see historically everything I make you steal from me? How about I'm not making a fucking thing. Let's see what you make. So I'm gonna steal that shit from you now. See, you taught me how to steal from people. So I'm gonna steal from your ass. And I'm gonna steal my own shit back at the end of the day. Some of you Christians be, oh, you can't do that. Then they say, go, you can go to the thief's house and get your shit back. That's what you got to do. But I'm not putting that off on other people. I'm sorry, I just added that, but I'm not putting this off on other people. What I'm saying is this. So the kid is wilding, huh? Okay. Kids got any summer jobs? Did you provide any summer jobs? No, you didn't. Kids got any summer programs? Did you make any summer programs? And no, and I'm not. And hear me when I say what I'm about to say. During segregation, we had all this shit together. part of the civil rights movement. We had all this shit together. This integration destroyed all of that shit that we had together. Thus, we had everything that we created, we wanted to integrate without taking into consideration that now that we're integrated, okay, how many businesses do black people own now that we're integrated? How many businesses that were non-black businesses do black people own today? How many businesses have black people owned that non-black people own today? See, there's a difference between integrated and infiltrated. So our foundation, our legacy, our inheritance has been infiltrated due to integration. And you've left the kings were left to pass down to the princes the legacy that the princes, I would say from the 60s to the 80s, they wanted to ball. That's all it was about. They just wanted to ball. They wanted to look important and drive a nice car and live in the suburbs and talk like this and say, I'm just like you. And now they're looking down from their windows like, what happened to the community? You sold it out, motherfucker. You know that, though. But who cares about that, right? Because you've got a Benz, the BMW, nice house. And now you don't want your kids dating anybody that looks like you because you sold the community out and now they have nowhere to go. That's on them. But here's the thing. See, there's a difference between being rich and wealthy. And here's one of the major differences. Wealth is accumulated over time, inheritance, legacy, passed down generation to generation. Gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Riches can be accumulated in a short time, and when it's time to pass the mantle, what do we see our past people who have done? What kind of things do they do? I'm going to sell the business. I don't want it. I want to pursue other things in life. Wait. And I'm gonna break this down so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. My grandfather started a business, and my father didn't like the business, but he didn't mind all the benefits that the business provided for him as a child growing up. And as a young man in high school, and getting in the business, putting him through college. But he just didn't like the business. It was just beneath his echelon of who he felt he was. So when Granddad said, yo, getting old, about to go, it's on you, buddy. Take this business to the next level. And then my dad says, well, okay, Pop, I think we're going to go in a different direction. I'm going to sell it. What? What about, but my grandson over there might take it to a better place than you took it to. No, we're going in a different direction, trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to sell it. What about the people that I've hired? Who you going to sell it to? I got this. Trust me, we're going to get top dollar. Okay? So then he sells it to some non-black people. They fire all the black people. Now their families don't eat either. And then my father's walking around, boy, we got a deluxe apartment in the sky. I'm balling, bitch. Look at me kicking my feet up. Oh, life is so good. Now by the time my father is 68, 70, The money's gone, and he's looking at you're gonna have to build something for us. You know, like granddad did. Oh, you mean like the one that you fucked up? The one that you gave away because you wanted to kick your feet up and do nothing, and you did nothing for 20-something years, and now you're broke, but you want to live with me now? But I got to go start off something from scratch. You bringing that into this aspect. You see, Ted Turner has a TNT. Ted Turner inherited the advertising business from his dad. He took that business to the next level. Ted Turner didn't say, "Fuck this shit. Hey, I wanna go out here in Jamaica and Turks and Caicos and turn up on these hoes." Yeah. Because Ted Turner kids would be looking at him like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" See, Donald Trump, Trump is a billionaire and he's a rich church. He inherited a construction business from Donald Trump, his dad. Yeah, not a self-made millionaire. Oh, in these terms, people talk about Floyd Mayweather Jr. He inherited not only the name that was the name that people recognized in boxing, but the training and the skill set from the man who birthed him to teach him things that had him years and years and light years ahead of other people that created him to be a millionaire. Which, by the way, now he's supposed to be a promoter. The kids don't have to box. They have 2 generations of Mayweather name, and the kids can promote because they're still going to come up in boxing. You get what I'm saying here? You see, if you stuck to the script from one generation to the next, wouldn't have this problem. But then you say, these kids wilding because they ain't got no jobs. Fuck. I'm not going to use the gang names, but the gangs are providing jobs with the drug game. The pimps are providing jobs with sex work. Strip clubs are providing jobs with sex work. Okay? The underworld is providing jobs because you didn't. And then, fast forward a little bit, you got the people who are roughly around the same age. Well, what are you going to do? I'm here telling people that, you ain't no leader because, let's see, you ain't doing what I said you need to be doing to be a leader in my community. Dude, I can't hire you. I can't lead you. I got to get my shit. I got to start from scratch. I got to get my shit together first and come back to fix shit. I got to go out in the world and kill lions and tigers and bears and dig for gold and find these riches and then bring them back to where I am and also plan for your sabotage. Yeah. Now when I do that, I'm going to help the community. Well, how come you can't do both? Because I know how you get down, motherfucker. I know you. You were inherited bullshit. You just want to be in an earshot away from seeing if I do something that's big and real and you cut my throat, walk off with the money so you can kick your feet up and ball because you never intended to create anything to pass it down anyways. And I'm going to bring this legacy and the single parent aspect of this anyways. See, people think single mothers are in a position to always have custody of children because they are, quote unquote, the better nurturer. No, to be perfectly honest, what it is this. Mothers don't teach you how to build and pass on legacy to anybody. That's why that's not their thing. A mother will pass on the ability to shop. That's it. I'm going to teach you how to, if you inherit $1 million, I'm going to teach you how to shop with it. I'm going to teach you how to go on vacation with it. So, thus, you perpetually, even if you have people that build, one single person is building. Hundreds, maybe, of people are learning how to just shop it away. So you keep generations perpetually poor. because the single person's mentality is not outweighed by the masses mentality. That's why this single person has to go off and come back, because they're dealing with a mass of people who don't want to build. So they have to prepare for them sabotaging it. Which creates perpetual poverty, which creates perpetual ground zero starting, which creates perpetual adults who know this in their 30s. They know this in their 20s. Take this back. As kids, they realize this when they dealing with in poverty. As young adults, they go off to college to better themselves to not have to deal with it. As adults, they start working and creating things to provide an avenue to create the foundation, a legacy to pass on. And then as elders, they pass it on. But see, somewhere along the lines, it's too hard. I can't do it. I quit. Because out of 100 people, you may have 70 quitters. And those 70 quitters unite like Voltron to say, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Individually, they unite as a group of 70 on the 30 individually. They go to the 30 one at a time. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing for us? What you doing? You don't know what you're doing. You know why you don't know what you're doing? Did you go to the grocery store yesterday? See, I knew you couldn't do shit. And they go to the next and the next and the next and the next. Because they defeated. And they want you to be defeated too. And when these people get older, and they say, yo, I should have did more. I'm so sorry. People actually take them seriously, like they actually meant it. They don't mean that shit. They knew what was up at 30. They didn't do shit about it. They knew what was up at 40. They didn't do shit about it. They knew what was up at 50. They didn't do shit about it. They knew what was up at 60. They didn't do shit about it. But what they realized is, if I could bullshit for so long, I can pass this buck of bullshit on to the next generation. And if they don't know anything else, they know how to bullshit their way into passing it on to the next generation to make it harder for them, because they will pass the legacy of bullshit.